What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Today's video is going to be a little bit different. I usually don't dive into other people's drama. I usually don't do anything on my channel that doesn't have to do with my motorcycles or me in general. But today I'm going to discuss a topic that has been widely discussed over the last month and a half or so now, and that is the firing of Spite from the Yammie Noob channel. Now, I could have made this video well over, a month ago when this all went down. I saw the video of Spite being fired the day it was released, probably within the first 30 minutes, because I am, or at least was, a subscriber of the Yammie Noob channel. So yes, I am no longer a subscriber of the Yammie Noob channel, and we'll kind of go into that later on in the video about why I chose to unsubscribe from Yammie Noob as of right now. So if you didn't get a chance to view that video, it's pretty much impossible to find the entire complete video anymore, as it was removed from the channel, I want to say in less than 48 hours of it being posted, due to the massive amount of backlash that was put onto Yammie himself, or Eric as his real name is, over the firing of Spite, or Jake as his real name is. So the comment section basically flooded immediately with negative comments due to Spite being fired from the Yammie Noob channel. People were very, very upset. And they weren't just upset that Spite was no longer going to be a part of the channel. They were also upset about the way that this video was produced. You can find very short clips of this video, like mostly of other YouTubers kind of reviewing the video that it was requested to be reviewed by. So you can get a gist of how this video went down, and a lot of the sentiments that you'll see from some of these YouTubers analyzing this video is pretty much exactly how us viewers of the original video felt, especially for Spite, as the entire video went down. The entire video basically looks like a hostage scene. The whole video, you can just tell that Spite looks very, very uncomfortable doing his exit interview with Yammie Noob, and Yammie, or Eric, goes over a lot of the things that Spite did for the channel. But let's rewind a little bit. In the beginning of the video, it starts out with Eric going over why he decided to let Spite go. And some of those reasons consisted of that he was tired of being a man behind a desk, that he had found himself behind a desk more, and that he missed being a content creator, which was the whole point of his channel in the first place. But he then goes on to talk about that he is making $250,000 per month in revenue. And then he goes on to talk about how he is hiring on new members of his team, including a CFO and a marketing team, in order to continue to grow his franchise. Now, Spite has been on the channel since 300,000 subscribers or so, and helped Yammie build the channel to over 1 million. And at the time of this video, it's currently at 1.14 million subscribers. So Spite spent the last 3 years of his life starting with video editing, producing, and then actually getting to be on camera with Yammie, ultimately being his counterpart. So if any of you are familiar with motorcycle channels, you've seen a lot in the past that you will find a channel that has a counterpart to the main character, right? So you have like Ari Henning and Zach Kortz. They meld very, very well together because they balance each other out. Now, I feel like Spite and Yammie had that same kind of balance. And I think that Spite came into the Yammie Noob channel at a very good time, because a lot of Yammie's content is this weird kind of B-roll that keeps reiterating the point about starting out on a Hayabusa, what's the best beginner bike, all this other kind of stuff. And there's just this weird B-roll that goes across the screen, and it's just his voice with some classical music, and he's kind of trying to be like satirical in his speaking. And it's sometimes entertaining, but it gets very old very fast when it's done so often. Now, when Spite joined the channel, they started actually getting into some meat and potatoes. They were doing some good bike reviews. They were doing test rides. They were doing modifications, the giveaways, all that kind of stuff. And the content really picked up, and the subs just started rolling in. I guess what I'm trying to get at is I don't see how you can sit in front of a camera and tell people that you're making $250,000 in revenue, but you're going to get rid of what is essentially one of your strongest assets, it feels like. So this man who has helped build this channel over 700, 800,000 subscribers over the last 3 years and turned this into a multi-million-dollar corporation, so to speak. It just blows my mind that you can talk about like, oh, I have to let him go because he's basically filling the role that I want. Like, you want to be a content creator and you don't want to be the CEO, but at the same time, you have to be the CEO. So I don't really see what he's getting at. I feel like the justifications that he was trying to use about why he let Spike go were just kind of made up, and he thought that that was going to make people feel better about it. To be quite honest, if he just stepped away from the camera completely, we all would have forgot who he was. Yeah, we know that, but he never was out of the limelight. Like, I don't get it. Like, we all knew who Yammie Noob was. We knew the character. But there was something about having Spike as a part of the team that just made the channel more special. And now that he's gotten rid of him, I just don't see how it's going to really move forward. And if it couldn't get any worse, towards the end of Eric's spiel in the beginning of the video, he actually goes on to talk about how they're like this close to making the Yammie Noob Co., you know, like the largest motorcycle conglomerate. I don't know, some kind of weird crap like that about how they're so close to being like the biggest thing on the planet, but they're not quite there yet. But you fire one of your greatest growth assets, and then you hire more people, and at the same time, like, you post this video and you're killing yourself all in one shot. Like, I just don't get it. Now that the video's gone, he will probably continue to grow. There's people out there that this didn't probably affect all that much, but for people like myself, and I think a lot of other people out there, I'm a member of the military, and I'm just going to use this as an example, but we, for the most part, most of us, we have a sense of honor, and we have morals. And if that was my leadership, if Yammie was my leadership and did something so demoralizing and low like that, there's no way on earth that I would recommend, hey, yeah, join the military, they'll take care of you. Like, I feel like there's going to be this sense of fear amongst all of his members now that who's next? Like, do I bother making videos with this guy, or is he just going to kick me out in the long run? Like, he has a couple other people that he's put in front of the camera, including Whitney. Like, if she starts to grow in popularity in front of the camera, is she going to can her too? Like, I feel like he's created a fear amongst his own people that they could be next. But anyways, going back to the exit interview video, like I said, it's a very awkward video. You can just see in Spike's body language how uncomfortable he is. And so what Yammie decided to do was to ask everybody to go join Spike's Corner, which is Spike's personal channel. He was, I want to say, around 3,000 subscribers at the time of his firing. And by the end of the day, that channel shot up to 20,000 subscribers. It's been about a month now, and now he's, I want to say, close to 85 or 86,000, somewhere in that range. I haven't looked at it for a couple days now, but it's continuing to rise at a pretty good rate. So I left the Yammie Noob channel and I went over to Spike's channel, and so far I'm pretty glad I did. The style of videos that Spike is putting out on his own are much better in my opinion. Leaving Yammie out of the equation is going to benefit him in the long run, I think. And as long as us out there, us, you know, content creators, small ones even like me, that have seen what happened to this guy and we feel for him and we want to see him succeed, as long as we continue to support him, and everybody, I mean, support this man. He's putting out some pretty good content. His videos are pretty quality. I mean, he's produced on another YouTube channel that has over 1 million subscribers. He's already set up for success if he just continues down the path that he is on. And I will leave a link in the description that will take you directly to Spike's channel if you would like to support Spike. And it's pretty funny when I look at it, because right now, Yammie is still at 1.14 million subscribers. He did lose a little bit during, you know, this whole debacle, this whole situation. He was at 1.15 and now he's at 1.14. Not a huge, you know, dent in his subscriber count. Either way, he did lose a little bit of subscribers. But what I think is funny is that he is over 1 million subscribers right now, but his channel per video, per time that that video is out, are getting less views than Spite's Corner is getting views per day right now. And Spite's only putting out videos, I think, about 1 time per week right now. I know he has plans to go to 2 times per week. I'm not sure if that's started quite yet, but he is putting out videos that are getting more views per hour, per day than the Yammie Noob channel. And Yammie is all of a sudden cranking out videos on a daily basis. And guess what? Those cringy B-roll videos are back, and they are worse than ever. They're stronger than ever, and they're just freaking terrible. That's my opinion. You guys have your own. I don't care. I hate those videos. He's going over like beginner bike stuff again, like all this crap. I don't know why this has happened. It's not my problem ultimately, but I did want to discuss it. As a small content creator that's just trying to make it like myself, and the kind of person I am with the morals that I have, I really wanted to just discuss this topic and kind of get my viewpoint out there on it. I know that I didn't go like super in depth in this video about the entire thing, but all I'm gonna say is Yammie did a really, like, just what I would say is a scammy thing. It's probably one of the lowest things that I've ever seen on YouTube, to be quite honest. But in conclusion, I wish both channels the best of luck. You know, Yammie, if you make it and your corporation continues to grow, good on you. I know that you did put a lot of hard work yourself into this. I'm just saying this was not the best way to go about this. Spite, I hope you continue to grow. I hope you continue to be successful. I'll be watching your videos, but personally, I will not be supporting the Yammie Noob channel whatsoever. I actually even bought merchandise not too long ago so that I could be entered for the Modern Classic Sport Bike giveaway, which was like a Gixxer 1000. And I don't even know what happened with that bike. I think it disappeared. I don't know if they had issues with it or what, but honestly, like, I don't even care to win anything from that channel anymore. I just don't support that kind of behavior. And I really hope that Yammie's learned a valuable lesson on how to treat employees, especially if you're gonna make a video like that and put it out to the public. I appreciate you guys tuning into the channel. If you could, hit the subscribe button, leave me a like. I've got more videos coming. The Sportster here might not be the most popular bike that I've had on the channel, but if you could, support me for who I am and not what I ride, I'd really appreciate it. Thanks guys, and I'll see you in the next one.